It's across town or across the country. Trust America's best mover to get you there safely. Schedule your move today at goodgreek.com. The official mover of your Miami Marlins and National Mover of the Year, Good Greek.
Good Greek, moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
ADT is the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins. ADT knows every second counts, especially in baseball. 1 second you're down, the next you're on top again. 1 second the bases are loaded, the next everyone's home safe. And when it comes to your home, 1 second you feel safe, and the next something goes wrong. But with ADT's 24/7 professional monitoring, you still do. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com/Marlins or call 800-750-0647 today. For license information, visit ADT.com.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Miami Marlins fans, we celebrate every victory together. But when life throws you a curveball, whether you're injured at work, hurt in an accident, or facing a disability, you need a team that knows how to win. At Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia, we fight for you in personal injury, workers' compensation, and disability cases. With decades of experience, we make sure you get the benefits and compensation you deserve. Let us step up to the plate for you. Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia, where Miami's injured find their strength. Call us now or visit wernerhoffman.com. Let's win this together.
Thanks for listening to Miami Marlins Baseball. Marlins Baseball is brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins, and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. With the 10th Inning Show, here's the voice of the Marlins, Jack McMullen.
Well, the Fish fall to the visiting Toronto Blue Jays on Friday in the series opener. 5-2, the final score. It was Shane Bieber's return to the big leagues. North of 500 days separated his last start on April 2nd, 2024, which he was awesome in Seattle, and then this start as well, which he was awesome in. Jack McMullen, Gabby Sanchez. That's Gabby Sanchez. I'm Jack. 10th Inning Show here on the Marlins Radio Network. I want to start with Shane Bieber here. 5-2 loss for the Fish, but Shane Bieber was honestly unbelievable today in his first start back in the show. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, the only run on that Sanoha homer. He punched out 9 and walked none. That was as good of a return from Tommy John surgery as we've seen maybe ever.
Like, really, it was just because of how crisp he was on the mound. And it was from pitch number 1. Like, Xavier Edwards right away was like, dot a fastball, dot another fastball. Here you go. Have fun with this breaking ball pitch. Like, you don't see that usually with a guy that's coming off of Tommy John. Like, we've had 2, right? Like, we have 2 guys who are doing the same exact thing, and you can tell. Like, Sandy, it's taken him time.
It was a process with Sandy and with Yuri
And
Perez.
with Yuri, like, you see Sandy, now his last 2 starts, now you're like, oh, there you go. Like, now he's figured it out. Now the changeup is working. Now the slider is working. Here's that fastball that we're looking for. Day 1. Like, come out and do what he just finished doing, where he's able to just be like, I'm going to just hit that one corner. Bam, there it is. And, like, not only that, I'm going to play the changeup off that same exact spot. Boom, here's my swing and miss. I'm going to go up, just change eye level. Now I'm going to go with the slider. Like, everything that he wanted to throw, he was able to throw for a strike. It was masterful on the mound. Like, it's almost like he went back to his Cy Young days right away.
Yeah. Ryan Gusto made his return to the Marlins rotation. No, he wasn't at all. He was the 27th man for the doubleheader in Atlanta. So he made the start. It was effectively a spot start in game 1 of a doubleheader, and then he went right back to Jacksonville. He made a start in between, but with Cal Quantrill being claimed off waivers by the Atlanta Braves, Gusto is back up. He started against Toronto today. He was a Varsho homer away from another quality start. He was at 5 2/3 of 3 runs, and then that 2-out homer from Varsho in the 6th gave him 6 innings of 5-run ball. Gusto was pretty good today.
He wasn't bad. The only thing that he had was he could not get these guys to chase with 2 strikes. And, like, no strikeouts on the day, 1 walk.
Yeah.
He got hurt in 2 different innings, both of them with 2 outs, where Toronto was able to just kind of get a rally going quickly, score some runs, and then he was really good. And then all of a sudden it was again like 2 outs, couldn't get these guys to swing at the sweeper off the corner away. They battled him. I mean, to me, like he really fought himself to be able to even get through 6 innings. And like, it wasn't bad. It was just like 1 or 2 pitches that kind of just got away from him. And that's where Toronto was able to kind of, hit the mistake pitch.
Yeah.
And it was like a double that scored a run and then a homer that was kind of the nail in the coffin.
Gabby Sanchez, we will finish with the silver lining for the Marlins. Pair of solo homers.
Yeah.
Javier Sanoja, Maximo Acosta. Acosta has now hit 2 homers in his first 4 major league games. But we got a dude here in Javier Sanoja. Little man's got some thump as of late.
And how about, too, with Acosta? Like, he didn't come today to the ballpark thinking that he was going to play.
Right.
Otto Lopez was playing. And then all of a sudden he had some stomach issue. He had to go in there. Like, who knows what he was doing prior to this game? Usually when they tell you, hey, you're not playing today, you're getting a lift in, you're getting your running in, you're doing other things rather than prepare for a game. Sometimes it's good because sometimes it works out better that way. But you're right. When we go to freaking Sanoja at third base and what he's been able to do, my goodness, like one, he gives you good ABs every single time he goes out there. He's got power. Like, dude, he gets the ball, the bat head to the barrel to the ball, and he's got thump and he can hit it out. But for me, it's like that Swiss Army knife that he can play every single place. Clayton McCullough can be like, you know what? I need to give Xavier Edwards a day off. You're going to play second. I need to give Otto Lopez a day off. You're going to play short. I need to give outfield. You can play every single one of those positions. He's a really good player to have on a team, and he just keeps getting the chances.
Yeah.
He keeps succeeding with those chances. And for me, I'm just hoping that this kind of continues with him where he's going to keep getting those chances to show that what he can do. And really, he at third base, why wouldn't you play him there?
It's pretty impossible to keep him off the lineup card right now. So really cool stuff. Gabby Sanchez, appreciate you. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Cool beans.
Adios.
Yeah,
see ya.
The salute doesn't really work on radio.
But we're on this.
Yeah, we are on StreamYard as well. But the salute doesn't really work on radio. All right, when we come back, we'll run you through the highlights here. 10th Inning Show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Plus human.
0-1. Sanoja with a ground ball over to short. So Jay-Z flips to second for 1. On to first, dug out by Contreras in time for the double play. But the run does come in to score. It's not productive from an RBI perspective. There are 2 men gone, but the Fish are on the board. It's 1-0 Marlins in the bottom of the 7th.
Like Citi Field fall.
Yep.
And Atlanta.
First pitch. That one a liner up the gut, rolling right through into center field. It plates 2 more. Marcy in from third. Augustine around. He scores from second. Ball rolls back into the infield, and Heriberto Hernandez has a multi-hit 2 RBI day. He makes it 3-0 Fish in the bottom of the 3rd. Extended from the letters. And payoff again. That one a bouncing ball up the middle. That one is throw for a base hit. They're going to wave Hicks around. Nootbaar's throw is going to third. It beats Hernandez by plenty. They tag him out there, but Hicks does come in to score. It's an RBI single for Troy Johnston, and there's some more breathing room for the Fish. It's 4-1 Marlins in the bottom of the 5th. Acosta hits high in the air, out to center and deep. Nootbaar is back at the track, and it's gone. Maximo, the first hit of his career, is a big fly. Maximo Acosta, 418 feet later, is in the hit column. And it's 5-2 Marlins in the bottom of the 6th. Someone get him that baseball.
Ow.
Here's the pitch. And it's cut on and missed. Sandy is fired up. It was perfect. A sinker at 93, dove to the lower inside edge. It's a season high. 9 punch outs for Sandy Alcantara, and he looks like Sandy.
They're compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
Hey, this is Ryan Weathers here, and you're listening to the 10th Inning Show on the Marlins Radio Network.
Well, the Fish fall on Friday night to the Toronto Blue Jays, 5-2, the final score in the series opener. How did this ball game sound? Let's run you through the highlights here, and we'll start in the top of the 1st inning. It was 2 relatively quick outs. It was a 10-pitch at bat from George Springer to open the game, and that was kind of a theme of the game. A lot of deep counts, and that was a testament to the Toronto lineup against Ryan Gusto. But 2 quick outs right away. And then back-to-back groundouts rolled to open the game from Gusto against Springer and Barger. But then Bo Bichette doubled out to left center field. Alejandro Kirk worked an 11-pitch walk, and Varsho opened scoring in the top of the first. 1-2. He tried doing that, but that one lined out to right field. That will one hop off the wall. Marcy, the right fielder, picks it up. You got Bichette coming in from second. You got Kirk pushing first to third, and Varsho slides into second with an RBI double. Toronto pounces on Gusto early. Threat not over. Runners at second and third, but on the RBI double from Varsho, it's 1-0 Blue Jays in the top of the first. And number 35 on the year for Dalton Varsho and double number 8. A hitter later, Ty France did end the inning getting greedy on the base pads, but he did play 2 more. 2-2. And a bouncing ball through the right side of base hit. Kirk will score easily. They're sending Varsho. Marcy's throw coming home a little bit high, and the runner will score. The catcher, Hicks, does fire to second, and they get France trying to stretch it into a 2-bagger. So it's a 2-run single. It's 3-0 Toronto, but a 9-2-6 putout gets France trying to be greedy and put himself in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's 3-0 Blue Jays on the Marlins radio network. But then in the bottom of the second, the Fish got on the board because the little man that could, Javier Sanoja with a solo shot. 3-2. That one hit well out to left center field and deep. Lucas is back at the track. He leaps up and it's gone. Power stroke. Javier Sanoja, homer number 5 on the year for him. Little man's got some thump, and the Fish are on the board. 3-1 Toronto in the bottom of the second. First to 2 nice defensive plays that I want to play for you. This one to end the 4th inning to bail Gusto out. Ty France singled, but then it was Acosta and Johnston teaming up on an inning-ending double play.
That I played on, really, to be honest with you. I mean, the closest would be the Pirates.
0-1. That one, a ground ball over to second. X has got it. He turns. He fires to short for 1. On to first. A BB from Acosta on the return throw, and it gets Lucas. 4-6-3 on the double play. Acosta's got an arm. We just learned all about that. Ryan Gusto faces the minimum in the top of the 4th. We're through 3.5. 3-1 Blue Jays on the Marlins radio network. That throw from Maximo Acosta on the double play to finish the job in the top of the 4th, 88.4 miles an hour off of his fingertips. That is the literal 99th percentile, the top 1% in terms of hard throws by infielders this year. He has as strong an arm as we've seen in the infield in Major League Baseball this season. Toronto did get on the board again against Gusto in the top of the 6th. Familiar name, Dalton Varsho. First pitch to Dalton Varsho. That one hammered high in the air, out to right. That thing is way gone. Right center field, Dalton Varsho smacks a homer. In game number 41, that's homer number 14 on the year for Dalton Varsho. And a 2-run shot makes it 5-1 Blue Jays in the top of the 6th. He has been hurt, but he has been amazing when he has been on the field, Dalton Varsho. Another big defensive play that we want to play for you. Really nice glove work from Javier Sanoja today. It wasn't just the bat, folks. He got a double play ball in the top of the 8th. 1-1. That one a ground ball to the forehand of Sanoja. He slides, he plucks it, fires to second for 1. On to first in time for the double play. What a play by Sanoja. And again, you got a lot of time with Kirk barreling his way down the first base line. Sanoja worked to the forehand. He slid to go pick that 2-hopper out. He popped up. He threw entirely off balance. And X, the middleman, fired a submarine bullseye over to first base to get Kirk. 5-4-3. Stars next to everybody. And there are 2 men gone. Fish got on the board again. They made it a save opportunity in the 9th because of the second homer of the Major League career of Maximo Acosta in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1. That one hit well. Out to right center field and deep. Varsho is back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Maximo again. Back-to-back games with a homer in Major League game number 4. Dude's got some pop. And the Fish cut into this. It's 5-2 Toronto in the bottom of the 8th. But the Marlins would go down in the bottom of the 9th. Ground ball out from Liam Hicks. Ground ball out from Heriberto Hernandez. And after Eric Wagaman walked, Sanoja bounced out to end the contest. 2-2 pitch. That one a bouncing ball, third base side. Clement has it. Quick transition, and he fires to first. In time, France holds the bag, and that is how the ball game ends. That is a heck of a play from Ernie Clement. Aaron Lenhart went to the phone. Fish will not challenge, and that is the ball game. Fish fall in game one to the visiting Blue Jays. They take the series opener 5-2, the final score in Miami on Friday night. That's how this one sounded. When we come back, you'll hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough. 10th inning show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Ball games.
2-1 pitch. Augustine hits one high in the air, out to left and deep. That is monster bound and gone. That went over the monster and over the El Tiante Hart. Augustine Ramirez with a monster blast. It's homer number 18 on the year. The second homer for the Fish. It's 7-2. Red Sox in the top of the seventh. 1-1. Wagaman drills out to left center field and deep. That is monster bound, and it's gone. Wag attack over the monster. Eric Wagaman smashes a ball. Perfect no more for Crochet. He went 7 up, 7 down on cruise control, but Wagaman caught up to the heater. The 9th home run that Crochet has allowed on the four-seamer this year, 111 miles an hour off the bat, and that opens scoring. It's 1-0 Fish in the top of the third.
Pitch that I could hit.
Pitch again. That one past the dive of the third baseman Bregman into left for a base hit. That brings in X, and Liam Hicks waits out Whitlock. He shoots an RBI single the other way, and it's a one-run game. The tying run in scoring position with 2 men gone at the top of the 8th. It's 3-2 Boston. 0-1 pitch. That one hit well out to right center field. Rafaela on the move. Back to the track. At the wall. And it's gone to tie the game. That ball just kept on carrying. Dane Myers with a leadoff solo shot to right center into the Boston bullpen. Knots this game at 3. Anthony Bender is readying in the Marlins bench. Marcy drills the ball out to right. Down the line towards Pesky's pole, and it's gone. How about this rookie, Jacob Marcy? 10th inning show rolls on. The Marlins fall to the visiting Toronto Blue Jays 5-2, the final score. Let's hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough, after this one.
Yeah, I'm here to go. Let's start first with Ryan Gusto and your thoughts on his performance.
Overall, and maybe the line, he's disappointed that last, 2-run homer, but with the first couple innings they did a nice job they fouled off a lot of pitches. They worked his pitch count the first couple innings. I think he really got into a nice groove and, able to get through 6 innings today. And overall, I think his stuff was good. You saw a good fastball. He used, it's a deep mix with the cutter, sweeper. He threw some changeups right on right, which is going to be a good pitch for him moving forward. So, I think Ryan again came up and gave us 6 innings, and unfortunately, kind of bookend the first and the 6th there with some 2 out, base hits to cash in their runs. I think all in all, that was a really good outing. Like in totality, you look at it, it was from a stuff perspective and how well he got into a rhythm there in the middle part, getting some double play balls helped him out. So good outing.
You mentioned those double plays, infield defense tonight. Between the double plays, Hobby at third making a couple crazy plays, X up the middle. What do you think of your infielders and their efforts tonight? Yeah,
really nice to see. And we talked about the importance of defense a lot and how important that's going to be for us. And tonight, Sanoha really played well at third, as you mentioned. For Max and X turned a couple of good double plays. X had a couple other nice chances going to his backhand. So all important into for us to win games and to be in a position to win, we have to play good quality defense and much improved from how it's been in some recent stretches. So good for us to get back and get back to playing how we're capable of.
For Maximo, it's 2 hits and both of them are homers. This one to right center really kind of showing off that power. How impressed were you with that swing in particular?
Yeah, really good swing. And even the first at bat, he got into a full count, grounded out, hit it hard. So his at bats, now as he's settling a little bit, it's like he's, much calmer in the box and getting off some good swings, putting himself in better position to get off swings and also check off on pitches. So, to go out to that part of the field the other way, very impressive. And his other one to dead center. So, again, as we've been intrigued by the total package and his ability to defend at multiple places and seeing the bat quality improve as he's settled in here.
What about the bat by Javi against Bieber? Because he has to be one of the best of your guys all season long.
It was a great at bat. I mean, Shane pitched a nice game and had really been cruising to that point, and Javi just kept spoiling pitches, kept fouling off, and got something elevated and put a really good swing on it. And we've seen that a lot from him this year, with just the ability to stick his nose in there and spoil pitches, battle, and so really high quality at bat.
I know you've mentioned how important reps are going to be for these young guys, but especially facing teams like the Blue Jays who are in the hunt, and just basically every single team that you're going to face from now on, just how important it's going to be for them to be also playing significantly.
Yeah, I mean, every experience and opportunity we've gotten this entire season, we feel like it's going to be beneficial for us, not only in the now, but moving forward, and to have a slate of opponents, here down the stretch that, are not only of high caliber, but also, where they are in the standings at this point in the season speaks volumes to how good a team Toronto has. And, for us, we'll just try to come out and play a really, highly clean game that puts us in position to win. But it's a good time of year for us to be playing these types of opponents, and to know that we have to, we can certainly know we can win, and we've shown that this year. And the way in which we have to play to put ourselves in position to win is going to be as or more important for me.
What made Bieber so tough?
I mean, he got ahead, like he's a really good fastball command, and then the ability to spin the ball down below. Had his changeup going to some left-handed hitters. He can do enough work on the inside part of the plate to keep the outer lane open versus right. So it was, going in, we were probably, need to be aggressive against him because he's going to, come in and fill up the strike zone. And he did that tonight, and we just weren't really ever able to string a whole lot, win some at bats. When we did, getting deep counts, and he seemed to make some pitches when he needed to tonight.
What was impressive about Custom innings 2 through 5?
I think it was just, how he just kept filling it up. I think it'd been very easy after a couple of long innings. You give up 3 to shy away a little bit and navigate away from the strike zone. But I think he used his entire mix. He was able to collect some early outs, and when he did get some guys on, he got some ground balls that helped him out. So I think it was just in that way a very sturdy outing to recover for some long first innings and be able to continue to fill it up and get his pitch count back under control there and able to go 6.
How about Agustin and the amount of hit that he's gotten lately?
Yeah, it's been a number, and it's I'm sure frustrating. Anybody likes to get hit, and especially up in that area. It's kind of been like a similar song and dance here for a few days, and you get it. People are probably going to try to crowd him some, at least run some action in off the plate to kind of keep the outer lane open. But nobody likes to to get hit, and when it comes in bunches like this, it doesn't feel good.
All right, that was Clayton McCullough after his team fell 5-2 tonight to the Toronto Blue Jays. In the series opener on Friday night, we will step aside. We'll get Steven Strom's thoughts when we come back. 10th inning show concludes next on the Marlins Radio Network. This last week, he got the win and the payoff pitch. X hits one high in the air and deep, out to right. There's no doubt about this one. Homer number 2 on the year for X-Man, and Xavier Edwards did not miss a stitch. Who knew he had this in him? 104 off the bat, 402 feet out to right field, and a leadoff homer for power threat Edwards. Open scoring right away. Stowers at third, Otto at second. 2-2 to Jacob. On the way. And Marcy drills a ball out to right and deep. A line shot. Nearly gets to the concourse and gone. Out to right. He got a hanging sweeper and he did not miss it. Second homer of his career. Second homer against Gavin Williams in the first. And the Fish are pouring it on. 2-2. That one drilled again out to right and deep. That thing is gone. Marcy looks over to the first base dugout, pumps his fist. and now points towards the bullpen. Jacob Marcy, 3 for 3 with a pair of homers, and tied no more. Gabby made a sign. 2-1. That one hit high in the air, out to right center field, pretty deep. Schneemann is back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Graham Pauley, he's heating up with the power stroke. His 4th homer on the year and his 3rd homer of the week. Graham Pauley gives the Fish some breathing room with a solo blast. It's 7-4 Marlins in the top of the 6th. In every clubhouse now. 1-0 pitch. That one lined into center field. That is in for a base hit. X can practically walk home from third base. Kyle Stowers gets right. His first hit of the night is an RBI single, and it's another run. It's 8-4 Marlins. Friday night, this is a good song to come back to with the Ora Loca happening in left center field right now. The Ora Loca in the bullpen bar and grill are just beyond it with DJ CP on the 1s and 2s out there. Marlins unfortunately fall tonight 5-2 to the Toronto Blue Jays. Steven Strom, where do you digest this one?
Well, it's got to start. It's got to start with Shane Bieber. I know you and Gabby definitely hit on the opening segment tonight. Was about him. He was impeccable. His swing and miss stuff was there. The command was there. The Shane Bieber that I think Toronto fans are giddy about. They feel like this is the final piece to their puzzle. If this was any indication, they're going to have a long and fun month of October. This is a really good team, Jack. I thought the Marlins had chances tonight. And my second takeaway, Javier Sanoa. He had a fabulous Friday night. That home run against Shane Bieber came on the 10th pitch of the at-bat. The single came on the 7th pitch. I just thought the class of at-bats for Javi was sensational. And then him defensively, you really felt his impact tonight and what he has the ability to do multiple plays at the hot corner. So great game for Javier Sanoa. It stinks that they lost because you don't really talk about it. And then Maximo Costa, second career home run. You had said it back-to-back games. Has he had a single? Has he had a double?
No.
Is it all just home runs?
2 hits, 2 homers.
It's 2 homers? Okay, I guess I'll sign up for that. Yeah, I'll sign up for that percentage. But, look, the first couple at bats for Acosta, it looked like, it was a guy that was making that transition, but you don't start to run into these home runs, I think, on accident. So from tonight, those are my takeaways. Tomorrow, I'm excited to see Jansen Junk. 2 guys going in opposite directions. Jose Barrios is coming off a rough start in Texas. He gave up 10 hits, 6 runs. And for Jansen Junk, he just went 7 strong, gave up 2 runs. I don't know, man. We were just talking about like the Marlins, and this is no excuse because, you deal with injuries. They've got to find a guy. They've got to find a little like this identity the next 30 games. They just have to figure it out. They got to figure out what it looks like because, Kyle Stowers isn't, coming back anytime soon. Augustin Ramirez just keeps getting hit. Who's going to be that guy? We saw Heriberto a couple nights ago and Troy Johnston, but who is going to be, that straw that stirs the drink, not once every 3-4 nights? Who is going to be the guy consistently at the plate bringing it? And hopefully we find out that answer tomorrow offensively.
Yeah, and hopefully Otto Lopez is back in the fold again. He was a late scratch about 10-15 minutes before first pitch. We got that news that Otto was out with a stomach illness, and hoping Otto feels good and is ready to go tomorrow. But 4:10, it'll be Junk and Barrios, the guys that Steven just laid out. He gets going with Marlins on deck at 3:30. Huge thank you to Ahmed Jordan in studio tonight. For Steven, for Gabby, I'm Jack saying so long. Fishball 5-2 to the Blue Jays on Friday night. This has been a presentation of Miami Marlins baseball on the Marlins Radio Network.
Car Radio Priest.